All right, guys, we are back again at Wild Bill's place. I'm here with Bill. You guys asked for a video about turquoise and sterling silver, and I'm curious too to learn about this. So I'm really excited about today's video to understand the silver and turquoise. If you've been watching my videos for a while, I bought a storage unit that had some amazing pieces. I hopefully are amazing. So we're gonna go over those today. So let's see what we do today. All right, so here we are with Wild Bill once again, my man. Dude, we're ready to talk turquoise.
Yeah, I love my turquoise. Everybody wanted to know a little bit more about it. I don't, I'm no expert. I just know what I love, and I'm obsessed by it. And I happen to love one of the rarest turquoises, unfortunately, that there is. But it's somewhat local. Anyway, Mike brought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I brought some stuff, and we're going to go over this stuff here. Bill's going to talk about it, and then Bill's got some of his own personal stuff that we're just going to see exactly what it is, and so get your pad of paper and, get to writing here because we're going to learn a lot here about turquoise. All right, Bill. So these are pieces that I've got. I'm a novice at this.
Yeah.
If you can kind of talk to us about what it is, what's going on with these?
There's a few pieces here that this is part of a concho belt. Okay, and this is what we call a butterfly for the concho because they'll go like concho, butterfly. And then butterfly, concho, butterfly, it keeps repeating itself. These are really nice. I don't see a mark anywhere on these. This here looks absolutely like a Kingman turquoise. Kingman turquoise, the Kingman mine is still open and still producing a ton of turquoise. And it's highly sought after. It's I don't know, it's what everybody assumes turquoise looks like, but turquoise comes in a massive amount of variations. These are really nice. These are thick. These are heavy. I don't see a stamp on these anywhere.
Is that a bad thing when it's not stamped?
It can and can't be. There's two different things. I go after the stone. The stone is something I obsess about. You can have, hypothetically, okay, this is what we call a shadow box ring.
Okay.
Like a shadow box picture you hang on the wall. So the stone is kind of like in a shadow box. This here looks like it's a piece of Kingman as well too. I can't really see too well, but anyway, you can get the same ring. You have two identical rings, and one is stamped and one is not. And this one happens to be stamped, which I didn't see, and it says Sterling P. You have to figure out who the artist is, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Stamping is ideal. You want to look for something that's stamped because it gives the artist who made it. There is a lot of fake stuff around that's coming in from Indonesia and stuff like that, but hypothetically you have two of the same exact ring, one's stamped, one's not. The stamped one's going to be worth more money, obviously. If you can pinpoint the artist, which there's like one or two free websites online that will give you a roundabout figures on where or who made it or whatnot. There are some really expensive books that you can buy that take somebody's 30, 40, 50 years of experience with dealing with native artists and finding out who they are and their marks. And a lot of marks change throughout the years. Some marks start off as a scribing and then they go into stamping. And you have to be able to identify that.
Because you could have a piece, like when we first met, you intrigued me because you said you sold a crazy piece.
Yeah, Charles Lolema piece, yeah.
Say that again, Charles?
Charles Lolema.
All right, tell us that story really quick.
Charles Lolema is one of the most sought after silversmiths that come out of the United States in the 20th century. He's also part of the Navajo tribe, I think, and he's also native. So I just happened to run across a piece. It was a sand cast, and it had his scribed signature on it. Now, I'm used to seeing his stamp. So the stamp is the part that I'm used to seeing. I had to do a confirmation on it, and I got a confirmation on it from a gallery in South Scottsdale, Bill Faust Gallery. Anyway, it turned out to be, I bought it for well, I don't even know if I should say what I bought it for.
It's up to you. I mean,
I got it
ridiculous.
really cheap, and it got appraised at just over $20,000.
Oh my God.
Last year I was running into some serious health issues again, and had a couple hospital stays, and we ran into some bills. So I ended up selling it for over $10,000.
Wow.
I paid nothing.
Peanuts.
Yeah, nothing for it basically. But certain like that, I mean, that's a once in a lifetime find.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll happen again, but I don't think so.
But it was your knowledge of knowing like
the person I got it from, the people I got it from, had it listed as possible. What did it say? It said possible pewter.
Oh wow.
Well, I instantly knew when I saw it what it was. I mean, that's all I wear is sterling. I knew. I just didn't recognize the signature at first, and then I grabbed it for nothing.
Yeah.
And turned around and saved my ass is what it did. I didn't want to sell it. I got pictures of me with it on. I have all the documentation, everything. It got confirmed by Charles Lolema, died back in 1993, I think. I got confirmed from his sister. That's what it was, Verma. She confirmed it, and then we went and did a private sale through Faust Gallery. That saved my ass. Anyway, things can be, the artist, you can have the same ring by two different people. Same exact ring. One is stamped, one is not. The stamp's going to be worth more money, and if you can figure out who it is, it could be the result of a $30 ring or a $3,000 ring.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's taking the time to find out who it's from. Most of what you have here is what I consider mass produced.
Okay.
This ring here is typical of mass produced. You could probably go on eBay or other places and see the same version of this ring with what we call the feathers on the side, in 1,000 or 2,000 listings. It doesn't matter. But this one is stamped as well, and I can't see it, my old ass. But the artist makes all the difference. I don't go for mass produced anything. My desire is the stone. I prefer Bisbee turquoise. That's my downfall in life, is I'm obsessed with Bisbee. You don't have any Bisbee here, but what you have here, these look like Zuni pieces here. Zuni, the part of the Zuni nation is known for their very tiny, small, intricate detail on their silver work. You'll get needlepoint. Andrea, my wife, she has a lot of needlepoint jewelry that I've gotten her, and they're Zuni pieces. It takes incredible time and incredible detail and patience to get that work done.
So that's a desirable piece.
These are desirable.
You can spot that in a second.
I can. Yeah, Zuni is easy to spot for me at least.
Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
The turquoise, it's $1 million question. How do you know it's real? Like, can you talk about how do you spot real turquoise? Or is there a way to test it? Or?
Well, a lot of people are like, well, all turquoise. No, there's a major difference. If you talk to sellers, you go to stores that sell it, especially here in Arizona, obviously, with the Hopi, Navajo, and it's just in the Zuni tribe. Everybody's here, and most sellers will tell you that 98.2%, I think it is, of all turquoise is what they consider stabilized. It's what's on the market now. Stabilizing and treated basically turns the turquoise into plastic. It has part of the original stone, the original matrix. Everything's original, except for it's just any person, any schmuck off the street can carve a stone. Normally on normal stones, on really good pieces, I don't deal with. I don't personally have anything that's stabilized. I don't.
Do you see anything here that's stabilized that I have that we can show as an example? Or
the problem, there's a hot pin test you can do.
Okay.
Like this piece here is stabilized. I can tell that by the shine. It's this, it's just a cheap pendant,
Yeah.
But the sign on it, it's really extraordinarily shiny. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some high polishers that'll get an extraordinary shine to it. A lot of cabbers will do that. It's just, when you start drilling holes into crap like this, most of the time, if it's a natural stone, depending on the mine it comes from, will usually crack.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Stabilized turquoise is not going to do that. What it is, most stabilized, I'm not an expert by any means, but stabilizing, they put it in a resin gel and push it, they submerge the turquoise in resin and then usually pressure cook it. There's a couple variations on how they do that.
Okay.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. And it's like an epoxy resin almost that gets pressurized into it. And it turns it basically into an epoxy, It keeps the natural matrix of the stone and the natural color of the stone. At least they're supposed to. Some people add coloring to the hypothetical epoxy mix or stabilized mix.
And it changes
it changes the color,
it
enhances the color. Yeah, it makes it more pretty for market, for sell.
So there's people out there that probably own some of this turquoise, and they don't know
They
it's
have
stabilized.
no clue that it's stabilized. Yeah,
there's collectors like you, and you sell jewelry.
Yeah, stuff that I acquired, that I don't keep, which is I keep most of it. They probably don't know. Yeah, most people don't know. They think it's turquoise. They think it's real. And unfortunately, literally 90% of the time, if you're buying, it's not natural. It's federally legal to call turquoise that's been stabilized or treated in any sort of way natural. You cannot do it. It's illegal to do that. But everybody does it every day. A lot of scumbags do it. There's a difference between most of the stones that I deal with are natural.
You've got your piece here. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yes, this is all natural stone.
Now, and obviously to the person who's watching this right now, if you're looking at this piece here compared to Target selling a Southwest piece that's fake turquoise.
Yeah. Well, this here, this is I guarantee you is stabilized. There's no matrix in it. The color's too uniform. And then you get stuff like this. This is a beautiful ring that you found, but unfortunately, this is not turquoise. Yeah. I can guarantee you it's not. It's probably a dyed howlite. And dyeing, I can tell instantaneously. You see these little blue, really dark blue specks in here. They're not part of a vein. They're not part of a matrix. That's from a bad dyeing process. Okay. Now, you have matrix here, but that doesn't mean anything. It's just guarantee you it's not turquoise.
It's not turquoise. Okay.
It's definitely sterling, and it's signed. But giant pieces like this, you're not going to be finding, sitting on the side of a road, so to speak. Yeah. That are natural.
See, like this to me doesn't look like it's turquoise. I don't think it is.
No, it's not. It's dyed. Yeah. It's a piece of dyed crap.
So that's just a rock, and here's like another one here.
Yeah, this is meant to be dyed. This is definitely a really horrifying dye job of howlite. Yeah, you cut that in half. I don't even have to do that. You can see the white inside here. Nothing's uniform. It's all crazy. And you see where it's supposed to be. This is what they would consider a natural nugget. The dyeing settles inside these grooves and stuff. Okay, that's just
a giveaway.
Yeah, I mean, that's a piece of total crap. But some of the pieces you have here, that's the shadow box one. These are made for market. These are made for tourists. These are made for resale.
Mass produced.
Yeah, they're mass produced. They're produced by the hundreds.
Desirable, but not.
Yeah, they're desirable. Most people don't know. I have an utter frigging obsession. Yeah. With high quality turquoise. So these are just everyday stuff you can find technically on the side of the road here. Yeah. They may be desirable in other places, but we live in turquoise, central. This is a nice. I don't know what this was a ring at one point. There's the 4 prongs. Yeah.
So you find something like that. All right, you're doing the bite test.
That's a scratch test on my teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not even turquoise.
Really?
Yeah, it's too soft.
Too soft.
Yeah.
So there's a test you just did. What'd you do? Scratch it up against your tooth?
Yeah, just scratched it on my tooth. It has a little play in it, so. Now, stabilizing turquoise is not all bad. Some turquoise comes in what we call chalk. I mean, it's literally, you can write on the wall with it. And it has beautiful matrix and beautiful color to it. That stuff you can stabilize, and you can make some beautiful pieces out of it. It really, but it has to be, you have to tell people it's stabilized. And not all stabilized turquoise is crap.
Yeah.
I have a ring that I wear that I know for a fact is stabilized, but look at the matrix on that. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. It has this water webbing here. It's beautiful.
That's a gorgeous piece.
And I wear this one every day. I know it's stabilized because I cut the damn stone for it. I had gotten a big giant chunk and I had cut the stone because the other stone that was in here was shattered in like four or five pieces. But it's beautiful stone. I'd made it myself, so I'm not worried about it. But everything else that I own is natural. But yeah, anyway, back to the chalk. You can take regular crappy turquoise that literally is powders, and then you stabilize it. There are some people down in Bisbee. Bisbee turquoise is to me, it's the holy grail of any stone for me. I'd rather take a chunk of Bisbee than a 5-carat Bisbee than a 10-carat diamond.
Yeah. So when you're saying Bisbee, we're talking about a place. This is a mine where
it's Bisbee mine that was mined down in the 70s and 60s down in Bisbee, Arizona. I have some extraordinary Bisbee pieces.
Yeah. So before we get into that, I'm curious about this because this is just a
It's just a set of earrings.
Is it real turquoise?
Yes, this is real.
So you could tell a lot of the times from spot testing it by looking at it.
Yeah, I can tell. The shine is not there. So this, you can see, like on this, which I already know is stabilized. I can tell that. You see there's the shimmer, there's a duller shimmer here. So, and then I can do the test. And there's different ways to tell. Most natural stone, when you come across, hold on a second, let me grab one of my pieces. When you come across, this is a piece of Bisbee. When you come across where the matrix is, you can feel there's a major difference. You can feel it, like with the tip of your nail. And then where it starts to come together, you can feel that, okay? Stabilizing will, kind of like patching a wall with compound, it smooths it over. So you don't get a variation between the matrix and the actual colored turquoise. The matrix is the mother rock, the host rock. There's different variations in a terminology for it. And then there's some other pieces that are a dead giveaway. Like on this ring here, the one I just showed you. You see there's matrix in there, but you can't, there's no variation. Just on the tip of your fingernail. Yeah, there's no variation. It's smooth all the way across. And there's different treatments that they use. There's the stabilizing, and then you can treat it. There's color treatments and stuff. I want natural stone.
Yeah.
Turquoise is a metaphysical stone, or whatever you want to call it. To me, it's a healing stone. And that's exactly what it was. And back in old native lore, it wasn't the stone that was so prevalent. It was the color. The color of turquoise, the blue. Blue represented water, blue represented the sky, represented from where we come from, it represented life. It's blue. There are some amazing pieces that are 150, 200 years old that are in like the Herod Museum, Smithsonian Museum. They're solid gold, they're solid sterling, and they have plastic in there with the stone. It's because originally the stone, it's the color, it's the blue. It has nothing to do with the turquoise rock itself. It had to do with the color of that rock. Whether somebody went and time traveled hypothetically and dropped a whole bunch of blue plastic. That's what we would have grabbed was that blue. It's what it meant. It's just nowadays things have changed. Like back in the 60s and 70s, nobody wanted matrix, the host rock, and the matrix.
Matrix meaning there's
the host rock, the mother rock, where the rock that it comes from. that it comes out of. I got so many pieces. Oh, here, let's do the cuff bracelet. This one's a good demonstration. See this around this around the turquoise? That's the matrix or host rock, whatever, mother rock, whatever. That's where the turquoise formed in. So back in the 60s, 70s, 50s and stuff, most of the people were looking just for the turquoise, no matrix. Now things have progressed and everybody realizes that the beauty, at least to me, my own personal preference is the beauty of enhances that turquoise, no matter where it's from, what mine it's from, with the host rock. It shows where Mother Nature made it.
Yeah, true character.
Yeah, true. Yeah, where it literally come from. Literally the the rock you crawled under from. To certain people, that's literally the rock it crawled out from underneath.
Yeah, because honestly, me looking at that looks like a more beautiful piece.
Versus
this, even though it's not turquoise, just some solid chunk like that.
Yeah, no, this is Bisbee.
Yeah,
this is chocolate Bisbee. This is my own cuff. This is worth a tremendous amount of money. Yeah, it is, and it's called chocolate Bisbee because it looks like broken pieces of chocolate and stuff. In there. This is it's more value to me personally, but it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
thousands.
So,
yeah.
Crazy. You got a box full of goodies there. So
it's just some of the stuff.
You got some amazing stuff.
Yeah, this is another piece of Bisbee. This is a huge pendant.
Oh, wow.
It's a lower grade Bisbee. You can see that really dark, but it has some crystalline formations inside it and a lot of the host rock. There is a major fracture that goes across this, right at the tip of my thumb here. It was a ring at one point, and I turned it into a pendant. So, that's a piece of Bisbee. It's a lower grade Bisbee. Then I'm obsessed with Bisbee. So it is just.
So everything he's got is Bisbee, but.
Well, not everything. Most of what I got. This is my pride and joy.
Yeah.
That is a monster.
Wow.
Of a stone.
The colors was freaking crazy on that.
Yeah, that is a piece of lavender pit Bisbee in Matrix. That is my baby right there. Then I have a lot of Bisbee. Then there's Smoky Bisbee. That's some Smoky Bisbee there. It's a lower grade. Then there's a green Bisbee, which is even rarer, and that's green Bisbee there. And then there's the mother of all mothers, which is really highly, extraordinarily sought after and almost unattainable, which is true lavender pit Bisbee, which is this right here. And then I have the other ring, the secondary ring. Where the hell is that thing? Yep, there's the secondary ring that goes with it.
Yeah.
But this here that's my pride and joy here. Besides that pendant.
And you call that lavender?
It's lavender pit. It comes from the Lavender Pit mine down in Bisbee, Arizona. This was once a bracelet, but I had it transformed into a ring because I couldn't have the stone taken out. There's a hairline fracture that goes across there. You can't really see it, but I know it's there, so the stone can't be removed. It could be, but you're taking a major chance of not being able to put it together or to have it crack in another spot, and then you're screwed. Then you're stuck with 3 small pieces.
Yeah.
But it was a cuff bracelet, and then we couldn't remove the stone. I have a major artist that I deal with who will make custom pieces for me. His name is Matt, and he advised me to do this. So that's what I did. I left the part of the cuff in there and then had it mounted onto a different ring that I had, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So at least I can wear
piece.
it.
Yeah.
It's oh my God. I usually don't leave the house without it. And then that's the little one that come with it, and that goes on my pinky when I'm not sweating. Shit, now it's stuck. But turquoise, turquoise is turquoise. I have an obsession with Bisbee, and I have a hell of a lot more Bisbee in this box that I wear. I got my wife a beautiful cuff watch that the watch dimensions are really small. So I have to find a watch face for it, which I haven't been able to find yet. But that's an amazing piece.
Look at that.
It's just one Bisbee stone in each side, but that's all that needs to be said. The beautiful craftsmanship on this one. And this one is unsigned. This one has no signature on it, but the craftsmanship I can spot immediately. but I'm all about that stone.
And that's the difference here. So if you've been watching for a while, I mean, a lot of the stuff I had here is really basic stuff, like you were saying. Like, it's cookie cutter stuff that's on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And then there's stuff that's extravagant.
Well, yeah,
You know?
I mean...
At least to me, I can see the difference.
Yeah, the issue is when you're dealing with something like Bisbee or Morenci or something a rare stone, you don't want to go crazy and have a whole ton of crap around it. You know, let me find something. This is smoky Bisbee, all right, but it doesn't really need all this outside work. It really doesn't. I'd let the stone speak for itself. You know, like my piece of green here. It's shaped beautifully. And it just has that rope edge. I love the rope edge. It's simple. It's most of my rings, you know, well, I mean, there's some like this here, Water Web Morenci is what I'm pretty sure it is. But that's a Lolema ring. That's Ramona Lolema. Like we were talking about Charles Lolema earlier. This is his cousin, I think.
Now, how did you get that indication that was, is it marked?
Because it's marked.
Okay.
And I'm not going to show the mark because it's a little trick that I find people that don't know what they have.
Okay, so we want to keep that.
That is a little,
hush-hush.
On the DL for now. But this is a stone. This is this is my middle finger ring for here. That is a piece of Bisbee. It's a lower grade than that. But the matrix on it is amazing. It's a beautiful stone. You can get Bisbee a lot now. You still can, but you had better have deep pockets. You better have deep pockets.
We were at the thrift store the other day, and I watched a woman completely stop you.
It happens every day.
She was blown away
about
the turquoise you got.
Yeah. It happens constantly. Sometimes I'll leave the house without anything.
Yeah.
You know, because I know I'm going to get, depends on where I go. I mean, it's just nuts. I have so much. It's ridiculous.
Can you show those slave pieces? Those are interesting.
Oh, the slave bracelets?
Yeah.
I thought everybody knew about slave bracelets, you know, because a child of the 80s or teenager, adult of the 80s. Yeah, these are what I've gotten for Andrea. These are highly desirable Morenci. Morenci has this pyrite in it. And we all know what pyrite is. Pyrite is fool's gold. So, and there's the ring. So the whole thing sits on. So we have that one. And then I have these slave bracelets. She really likes them. A lot of people, it's, you know, an old 80s thing and 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s and 80s. Nobody really makes them anymore. It just complements. It looks good on her. It wraps around her little wrists and and her little fingers. Then pendants. I'm obsessed with pendants. I only have one neck, so this is a Maria Tosi signed one, and this is Lone Mountain. This is what you call Lone Mountain turquoise. It's extremely desirable. It's got a beautiful matrix in it. It really does.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. Now you actually have this chain here. Can you talk about this chain here? Because
I mean,
this one here.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's seen these turquoise beaded necklaces and stuff like that. So I think this would be a great time to talk about.
These are raw chunks. It's just a raw chunk of a very what we call spider web. Now you have water web, which I had mentioned before. Spider web is like has the dark matrix around it, and it looks like spider web. And then you get stuff that looks like this, which is a water web, because it's white. There's a difference. At least to me, there is. I can spot it from a mile away. But it's this spider web chunk bracelet that I had got relatively inexpensive for Andrea. You know, she loves her jewelry.
So like we've all been to thrift stores and we've seen this stuff just sitting maybe in a cabinet or just in a free-for-all display. If you know what you're looking for, you can find this stuff.
I have gone to thrift stores in Phoenix and walked out of there with here, I'll show my, hold on, is it here? Yeah, I've got my personal belt buckle that I got for $2.60.
Wow.
And that is a monstrosity, and it's water webbed. You know, it's my personal belt buckle.
Wow, that's neat.
I sold the other one, and it's stamped.
And that was just sitting at the thrift store.
It was sitting in the thrift store. Yep. is sitting in the Goodwill, actually hanging there, along with the other 600 belts.
Yeah.
And I spotted it from 10 feet away.
Yeah.
I have found, because they're thinking of the belt. They're not looking. They think anything that's attached to a belt, unfortunately, sometimes is fake.
Yeah.
Oh, that can't be real. It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I found sand casting belt buckles, a lot of belt buckles, and they're just attached, and they're $3.
Yeah.
You know, little do they know that and I found some championship rodeo belt buckles that are solid sterling with,
Yeah, I've come across
20
those.
karat overlay, and
nuts.
those are, I bought them for $3. Last one I sold at $175.
Yeah.
And that was an offer. That
How did you get into this? Like, how did you?
What do you mean?
How did you get into the knowledge of what you have?
Because it's
research and
it's a love, because I love.
Yeah.
It's a passion that I have. So if there's something I like and something I love, along with the other things that I do for resale, which nobody else really does, I find out all the information I can.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with finding out history behind something I love, something I enjoy, something like Bisbee. I don't know everything. I'm no expert, like I said, but I find out I've been to the Bisbee mine. I've stood outside of that fence. I've dug in the ground at Bisbee for turquoise. I've, legally, I've been there. Been into this town of Bisbee, walked around, done things. I just love the history behind something. Find something I love, I learn everything I can about it.
Yeah.
And
that's the beauty of what we do. Like, as resellers, you find something, and you found your passion here with this.
Yeah, I've had this passion since I was a child. I remember the first time seeing somebody living in Connecticut I'm like, what? And I remember, Dad, what is it? Oh, that's turquoise. And I've been like, what? And I was just immediately like a friggin' magnet to it. And it's been like that ever since. And then I moved here, years ago, and then discovered Bisbee turquoise. And then it was a complete downfall from there for me financially, because you can get, like I said, it's still acquirable, but you had better have deep pockets, or unless you find people that don't know what they have is key.
Yeah.
If turquoise is funny. Like, I know for a fact that's Bisbee. I know everything I have is for Bisbee. All right. One of the rocks and the rings that I have I dug out of the ground from Bisbee. So, that being said, turquoise is funny. People will claim things. There's a lot of people on eBay that claim Bisbee. I know for a fact 99.8% of it's not.
Yeah.
Just because of my love for it. I can tell by matrix-wise, there's Egyptian turquoise that looks just like Bisbee, except for there's no variation in the matrix.
An Egyptian turquoise, we had a conversation about this. Does it exist? Like, can you...
In Egypt.
Yeah, in Egypt, but do they pull it out and randomly sell it across the world?
Yeah. You can get raw pieces. Yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay, so it's pretty common thing then. Easy.
It's somewhat common,
Okay.
But when you get people that are mislabeling it as Bisbee, because it really does look like Bisbee, except for to somebody who knows Bisbee, like I do. I know that particular turquoise. I can spot Egyptian turquoise immediately.
Yeah.
It's just,
how is that? What's
because the matrix is completely different.
Okay.
The matrix on an Egyptian turquoise is completely even throughout. The same color, there's no variation in the mother rock, the matrix. When you have Bisbee, the color tones and stuff may be the same, except for when you get into the matrix. The matrix right there on that is an instantaneous telltale between, like, hypothetical Bisbee and Egyptian turquoise. The only way you can absolutely be confirmed, anybody can say that the turquoise is from anywhere, except for, I think it's Damal. I pronounce it Damal turquoise. It's very distinctive. It's like a greenish. That you can't really fake. But unless you know the person who mined it, who pulled it out of the ground, or that person knew the person who pulled it out of the ground, you cannot absolutely confirm that turquoise is from that mine.
Okay.
Most of the mines that are closed down now, Bisbee mine's been closed down for a very long time. You know, Sleeping Beauty mines closed down. There's a lot of mines that are closed down. One of the biggest mines in the United States is still producing turquoise, and a lot of it, and high quality turquoise, is Kingman. It's in Kingman, Arizona, and most of the jewelry you see on like a home shopping channel,
like QVC or something.
Yeah, some crap like that. Most of that's Kingman.
Kingman. Okay.
And that most of the people will stabilize it because they don't want to. They don't want to pay an actual craftsman to cut stone.
Because that would cost a small fortune. Somebody's time and effort to.
Yeah, but that takes years and decades to perfect.
What do you think about the people, like, because on eBay you type in turquoise and silver, turquoise and sterling if you're looking to find a piece for yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
but you see a lot of Chinese sellers.
Well, yes, Chinese. There's a turquoise out of China that's called Hubei. I really like the Hubei turquoise. I really do. I have a big chunk of it myself. It's not in any piece. I got it raw and was playing with it myself. Hubei is really a beautiful turquoise. There's a lot of beautiful turquoises that come up from around the world. There really is. People say, "Oh, I got Tibetan turquoise." No, you didn't.
Yeah.
The turquoise is so sacred to the Tibetan society that nobody minds.
That's
it.
where I got confused earlier.
Yeah, that nobody minds it. It doesn't exist. The turquoise exists, but you're going to get killed if you try to dig some of that shit out of the ground.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of turquoise, a lot of high quality turquoise comes out of China. It really does. It's really beautiful turquoise.
So you shouldn't knock it.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Some of it's worth an incredible amount of money. Don't ever knock it.
But don't think it's fake.
No, it's not.
It's
fake.
real.
No, it's real. A lot of Chinese turquoise will come out stabilized though, because it takes so long to master that craft.
That skill,
of cutting a proper and cabbing a proper stone. It really does take a while. But no, the Chinese turquoise is still highly desirable. Like I said, I have pieces of my own.
Yeah.
I just, being of Native descent myself, Native American descent, I have a love for Native American jewelry and American turquoise. It's just, 15 years ago, I didn't know nothing about Bisbee until I was like, what in the hell turquoise is that?
I just fell in love with it,
And they were like, Bisbee. I'm like, who? What?
Yeah.
Then the massive amount of research started. And I was like, I have got to get some of that.
And it's fulfilling a passion for yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, you've sold some pieces.
And,
so there's money made off this stuff. I mean, there's stuff for your personal collection, but like it's...
Yeah, there is. If you find people that don't know what, as opposed to a thrifting point of view or reselling...
Garage sale or...
garage sale, stuff like that, go ahead and grab it. I give you demonstrations on with your stuff that you brought over, which is still good. The concho stuff here is really nice.
Yeah.
But some of these, the mass-produced rings... and stuff. I mean, do not pay a lot of money for these because they're a dime a dozen.
Well, what would be too much money to spend on something like that? To flip
it depends. I mean, if you're to flip it, I wouldn't pay any more than $10-15 for it.
And then flip it for 30.
Yeah, and then double your money. Yeah. That's it.
You're not going to get any further than that.
You're really not gonna. No, unless it's an extremely desirable piece. Like these Zuni pieces here. Now these are really nice. These are extraordinarily well made, and I love Zuni workmanship. It's very tiny. It's very time consuming. A lot of people, it's small. Shit, the amount of workmanship that's had to go into this piece compared to something like that is extraordinary. I mean, it's 10 times the work. So I love craft. I'm a craftsman and artist myself, so I love the detail work and the incredible detail in here. There's like 6 different friggin', different types. There's malachite in there. There's sugarlight in there. There's turquoise in there. Then there's, the shell, the spiny oyster shell in there. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just beauty to me.
So are most native pieces signed or are they not signed?
Well, no. Older pieces, what they call dead pawn or old pawn, are not signed because they were made for themselves.
Yeah.
The jewelers, it was made for them or the family.
Yeah.
So the pieces did not get signed. Why would they sign them? There's no reason to sign them if they're for your own personal self. Most of the stuff that I have is really old. And it's unsigned. They're made for themselves or direct family,
All right, so you have a lot of amazing pieces here.
Yeah.
But there's a whole energy when it comes to turquoise. I mean, talk to us really quick about the energy, the positivity, the negativity. Well, I mean, it's a natural healing stone.
Yeah, it is. Turquoise to me is special. It's just a personal thing I have for it. And that's one of the reasons why I stay away from stabilized turquoise. Natural turquoise the colors will change. It will actually change color. It absorbs what I consider, it sounds weird and whatever, it absorbs negative energy. It's a healing stone, and it absorbs your oils and your stresses from your body.
Yeah.
And stress usually comes from negative crap, outside negative crap coming in, and to me, that's just what it does. I'm obsessed. I will only really, I mean, there's one or two pieces that I have that are stabilized because I love them and I did them myself. But most of it is just, it's natural. So it's going to absorb oils. It's sweat, oils, you know, and your sweat changes when you're stressed out and all that stuff. And the chemical composition of your sweat changes when you're stressed. And the turquoise absorbs that. So to me, it's just a powerful stone. It's just, I don't know what it helped.
It's almost like a balance, really, though. Like, because we were talking a while ago where you've gotten rid of turquoise pieces because you had a bad vibe.
Yeah,
from it.
I've acquired some pieces and sit there and hold them, and you know, and like something weird. It's a beautiful piece, but something weird about it, and I don't like it. And well, some people get pissed off, and it is what it is. But I'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally thrown pieces in lakes, you know, because
crazy.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Because it absorbs somebody else's crap. Somebody else, and I don't know who wore it. I don't know who wore the ring, who wore the pendant, who wore the earrings. I don't know who wore anything. So if it comes, I'm able to feel that. Just something weird anyway, and I'll get rid of it. I've thrown a lot of really incredible pieces into lake. Lake is water's a natural lubricant for the Mother Earth or whatever. And it's a cleanser. So somebody finds it, 1,000 years from now or wherever, they can, it should be clean by then.
Yeah.
But at that present moment, it's something that I felt and I didn't, and I'm like, okay, I'm not wearing that ring.
Yeah.
It's just something weird energy vibe about it, and I don't like it. And I've thrown crap. Yes, I've thrown it in water.
But a lot of pieces, a lot of pieces you have these are vintage pieces. These are worn by others. Like, this isn't something that somebody just made an hour ago. You know what I mean?
I thrive on, I don't like anything new. The other video we did, and everything, I'm attracted to vintage.
Yeah.
There's a story behind things, is what I'm, like this piece here that I have, this amazing chocolate Bisbee cuff that is absolutely, oh my God, it's one of my favorite pieces. The story behind this is, I got this from an estate sale from a woman whose husband died inside the Bisbee mine. I mean, I don't really want to get into too many details with it because I don't want to. But he had this made for her or whatever, and he passed away in the mine. He was a miner in Bisbee. So it's just something that's personal for me, something I cherish, so to speak. The memory behind that, the story behind it.
Yeah.
This was made for his wife out of pure love. And he worked the mine, and he apparently, from what I was told from her, that he's the one that chose these stones or whatever have you. So this is made out of pure love, and it was gifted to her by him. He had it made for her and everything. So she ran into financial times, and I was there to help her with that. And this is my gift for helping.
Yeah.
It's just an absolutely stunning piece. So I love the story behind things. It's a humanistic part of what I do, I don't know. It's just, some pieces, like we just said, they have negative crap on them when they go. And I won't sell them to other people because I don't want that traveling.
Yeah.
I put an end to it.
Yeah, you're just done with it.
Yeah, it's just crap. You know, it's a natural healing stone, and that's, like I said, it's just one of the reasons why I prefer natural stone. It changes, and it absorbs oils, and absorbs, you know, negative energies. It really does. At least to me, it does.
Yeah. Awesome. This has been an experience, dude. And it's, I think we're going to talk more about this. If you guys watching here enjoyed today's episode, leave a comment down below. And any questions you may have for Bill, we'll look at those. And, you know, Bill will answer you back. And
as best as I can.
Yeah. But we'll probably do another one of these if there's interest. I just find it fascinating, you know. Looking at some of the pieces I got, I mean, and then seeing some of the stuff Bill has is mind-blowing. And he's got hordes of this stuff.
Yeah, this is one of only many of boxes that I have.
Yeah. But in the reality of it all, though, I mean, it is really gorgeous stuff. It's beautiful.
It's artwork.
And it's artwork, and it's got a positivity thing to it in terms of like healing and just an energy, you know, which I really like and I dig, you know, rather than just a silver ring or a gold ring with diamonds.
Yeah.
Diamonds aren't healing stones or anything.
The diamonds aren't actually even rare.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, we all know the story behind that. You know, De Beers controls the market on that.
So thank you so much, Bill,
You're
again.
welcome.
And again, if you guys enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. If you want more, we'll come back and visit with Wild Bill soon. Thanks for watching.